Hello and welcome to Nights in the Hobby Table. I'm your host Blake, here with my lovely, magnanimous co-host, Oberon. How are you, buddy?
Greetings. Hello. Hi.
And my big bosom buddy, Bowen. How the fuck are you, bro?
You included me this time.
I thought it would be nice of me to do so. You're welcome. How are you, you bald bastard?
You know what? I'm fucking swimming!
Swimming in what?
I don't know. You whatever you want, baby.
Oh, baby. Okay, now, today, guys, I was thinking...
Hey, real quick.
What?
How the fuck are you, Oberon?
Why, thank you for asking, Bowen. I almost thought that I was gonna be forgotten this
I
time.
would never forget one or both of you in an episode intro. It's never happened before. It never will.
Never forget Oberon.
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's a long weekend, so I got tomorrow off as well. So
more time for those
be
beautiful short shorts of yours, huh?
short shorts. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be cutting the lawn, making my neighbors sweat.
Your lawn or someone else's lawn? What's going on here?
Why did the way he said that sound like Breaking the Law by Judas Priest? Cutting the lawn, cutting the lawn.
That's after he's mowed. It's raking the lawn. You don't know what it's like. Anyway, so today, guys, I thought we should address the big orc in the room, which is, when you've been going hard at your hobbies for a while and you just fall into this hobby rut, this void, this pit of despair of, I don't want to paint, or I don't want to play guitar, or you just can't be fucked. It's a real bitch of a thing, and today we're going to try and tackle it and help people get out of it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sound good?
Yeah,
Epical?
I suppose,
Sounds like
yeah.
you're one yourself, Bowen.
Look, I don't really have much, choice down here, so...
In the dungeon.
In the dungeon. So, I kind of just have to follow what you guys say, and, you guys can be really mean about it sometimes, but...
It's true.
Yeah.
Very forceful sometimes, but, I kind of like it that way. Not
you
really.
like it, Ralph.
Anyway.
It's fun.
Sharp.
Anyway. Obi, what have you been up to with your hobbies, bro? What's going on? What's been going down?
Actually, not terribly much. I finished my 2 armatures that I started last time. I just have to glue the switch in one, and then I'm starting on a bigger Forge World Lancer now.
Oh, that really tall motherfucker?
Yeah, man, he's like the size of my face when I assemble him. So
yeah, that's sick. He's like Master Grade Gundam size, in height, right?
Yeah, he is.
That's pretty sick. I've been enjoying watching you work on him, and
yeah, it's been going fast.
Definitely didn't buy a nut myself on a whim.
Ooh.
Nice. What have you been up to, Bowen?
Besides fucking working, I've just been working on some merch ideas for the podcast.
Oh.
Doing a bit of brainstorming, doing some preliminary sketches and stuff like that, so, be keen to see that in the future, fellas.
Yeah. We've actually all been pretty busy, really, promoting the podcast and trying to grow it a bit, so thank you all you guys who are listening currently. We appreciate the fuck out of you. And for me, I've been doing a bunch of fish tank stuff. I had a whole day the other day. It was an ordeal. Long and short of it, I have a 4.5 foot tank that I have 2 Oscars and a chocolate cichlid in. And, I had to move their tank to put a bigger tank in where that tank is. And it was a lot of effort. I had to drain their tank, move the tank, catch the Oscars, and, these fuckers are so big now, I had to use a fucking landing net for, fish when you're out fishing, because my aquarium net is just not big enough. So I'm wrestling these sons of bitches, got them in their tank, and then I had to move the 6 foot one aside and put the background to it. It was an entire day of work, but it's looking fucking sweet. And if you guys follow us on all of our socials and that, what we'll talk about later, you'll be able to see that sort of progress and get to where it's going. Yeah.
Like I imagine the scene from Finding Nemo where they're all hopping in the net and trying to push the net down.
Dude, well, my biggest Oscar, he's now like, I don't know, the size of a small like AFL ball, like not like the full size, but he's fucking huge, dude. Like, and he's just an asshole. They splashed everywhere. It's a whole thing. But it's still not over though, because I still got to put him in their big permanent fish tank in like probably next week. So, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, besides that, I've been working on some infiltrators after a very long break from painting.
Oh yeah, good to see you back, man.
No, thank you. It's good to be back. But yeah. So yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get us fucking started on this topic. Part of my Australian there. Now look, alright. I mean, the term hobby rut's pretty self-explainable. Like, you just have times where you're just not really like, you're just not feeling it. You feel me? Like, you see a bunch of Warhammer and you're just like, I don't want to paint it right now. And like, you have no enthusiasm to start any new projects or anything, and it's not a permanent thing. It's something that literally I think anyone will experience in literally anything ever.
Yeah. And it's important to not take it as I guess I'm just over whatever hobby. You haven't played guitar in 6 months. That doesn't mean you're never going to play guitar again.
You shouldn't confuse...
Like, I just picked up guitar this morning after, 3 months.
Me too!
You should never confuse a hobby rut with the end of a hobby,
Yeah,
like,
that's
it's
right.
bound to happen, especially if you're one of those people that tend to quote, in a sense, like, over hobby, where it's like, almost any time you have free time, you're immediately digging into your hobby. Like, it's bound to happen. It's honestly, a hobby rut is part of the hobby,
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Like, and if you don't experience a hobby rut, how do you do it? I want to know.
Well, buddy. Let me tell you that.
Well, we'll get to that. But, the real question is, guys, what causes the hobby rut? Like, we all know what we're talking about. And for those that don't know what a rut is, it's, when you ride a motorcycle on dirt too much and there's that big old hole, that's what we're referring to as a rut. Like, we call it the hobby rut, as in you're sort of in a bit of a hole and you just don't want to do stuff. Well,
like I said, I feel as if a tendency to overdo your hobby can definitely cause a hobby rut.
Yeah.
So
overcommitting, committing the frog, that'll always get, like, staring at a massive pile of unpainted plastic or a heap of unfilled fish tanks you gotta shift around, and it can feel like you're climbing a mountain at times, but, you just gotta be careful how deep you dig, because you can avoid that by just not overcommitting to it.
Yeah, a way that I would say has kinda influenced me a lot is usually mine. We're all working men or women in some cases.
Or whatever you want to identify as.
A helicopter, whatever. You can do you.
Exactly.
But yeah, we work, and you can get tired after a whole day of work, or you just had a real stressful day where you had to think a lot, and you just you're not there. You don't. It's putting a strain on your mental mind and your mental well-being, I guess. So that's all right too. Just take a break. You don't have to paint every day. And instead there are different ways to engage in the hobby that you are engaged in or interested in.
Yeah, like, for sure.
If you're not feeling like painting or putting together some models, maybe read a book, read some lore about your army. What else you could do is if you're stuck on like a certain technique and your work has just got you tired to even try this new technique out, just look up some videos on how to do these specific things, and try and get more information in another way that will actually improve you down the line. It's a good way to step
for
out.
sure.
These
And
kind
like,
of overwork things.
Even just working on another aspect of it, like say if you're done with painting the same troops, paint a piece of terrain. Or for me, I really like if I'm just done with painting, sometimes I'll just sit down and I'll assemble some Warhammer to be ready for painting when I feel that urge again. Or or if I can't be fucked playing my guitar, sometimes I'll just go to the store and I'll buy more strings and I'll restring and polish all my guitars so they all look as best as they can. And then I'm like, oh fuck, now I want to play. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And like maybe you're just not happy with what you've been painting so far, and look, that's okay. You know, like you're only gonna get better at what you're doing. You know, especially if you're a beginner painter. Like there's only one way but up when it comes to painting. Like you're only gonna get better and better. And, you know, and if you just need that extra push, you know, like even just getting someone else's like opinion on your painting can definitely help as well. You know, it's like talking to a fellow hobbyist in the same hobby, or, you know, posting on social media, you know, even Discord, you know, even on our Discord, haha.
Especially on our Discord.
You know, like just getting some opinions on your pieces, and even if it's mostly like what you could do better, that gives you something to strive for in your next piece, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And like, it's not even about like people being better than you per se, it's just everyone's good at their one thing. So like, you might be trying to do, one example for me, I tried to do OSL, so object source lighting on one of my troops once. And it was just a shit show. It turned out fucking terribly. Like, and that, I'm not used to that happening, because normally when I try something it works and I'm happy. It was up my arse, as that sounds like. I'm not super adventurous, but when I try a new technique, I normally get it pretty quick. And I was just so upset with this model, I literally nearly sacrificed it by burning it, you know? But after Obler had talked me down from the edge a bit, the next model I tried it on, with the plasma effect, it worked out great. And I just needed a few people who had a bit more experience with that thing to just sort of guide me a bit. And that's all it took, you know? So.
You know what? News just in, boys. I've just been told that apparently actually sacrificing a model to the Dark Lord himself can actually get you out of a hobby rut.
Yikes.
Sometimes blood must be spilled.
Which model do you sacrifice then? Is it one of your armies that you collect, or just a random piece of...
Usually just one you don't like as much, that you're not happy with, you know?
Oh.
Make it pay!
You know, just fucking bathe it in blood for the blood god, get a bit of candles, you know, sacrifice them to the chaos gods, and you know what? Next model, guaranteed to be good.
I'm not sure if I've told this story on the podcast before, but my buddy Justin and I, when we first got into doing Warhammer, or not first, but yeah, back in the day, he wanted to do Khorne Berserkers, and he read in one of the old magazines that if you did a white undercoat, it would make your red look brighter, and like those old school magazines, they weren't very good for actually guiding you on how to do things. So he got this Khorne Berserker, he undercoated it white. And with the reds he had, it turned out bright fucking pink. We were teenage boys, he was livid. Like, so angry, so we named him Pinky, and eventually what we did was drenched him in our hobby glue and lit him on fire, and sacrificed him to the gods. And
oh no!
Eventually, but Justin's next Khorne Berserker turned out perfectly, so clearly it worked.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, take that, Pinky. Yeah, and then there's that D&D player, Bowen, that used to play with us, and then she turned out to be a massive cunt, so we sacrificed her model with fire as well.
Oh,
dude, I completely forgot we did that. Holy
not
shit.
her. Not her, Obler. It wasn't worth the fire.
Couldn't find a log big enough.
She's lucky.
I was gonna say that's
the problem.
I was gonna say that's the thing though, right? Is like when you're a teenager, it's like ew, pink, but now it's like here I am, and it's like, dude, hot pink is like fucking awesome.
Hot pink is dope though. Like I would dye my beard hot pink if work would let me.
Dude, like imagine doing an entire army of fucking like chaos and like chaos demons in like hot pink.
Dude, we actually know a chick off the Lawhammer Discord. Well, I do at least. she has glittery pink demons.
That's just some fucking flamboyant Chaos
and
demons.
everyone's like, oh, they can't be that colour. She's like, they're from the warp. They could be whatever colour. And I agree with her wholeheartedly.
Yeah, exactly. They can be whatever the fuck. That's the beauty of this hobby, is it can, you know, like, yeah, you can follow the colour scheme that is, you know, set by Games Workshop, but you don't have to. Literally nothing is telling you to follow that.
That's the beauty of any creative hobby. You can break the mold at any time.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to play the scales on guitar that your beginner book tells you to play. You can just play what you like. You know?
Bingo!
The other thing is, too, for me, at least, you know, the thing that can cause a hobby rut is just your natural cycles. And your ebb and flow with your hobby rotation. So for me, I have this thing where I'll get, like, super hyped about something, and I'll go gangbusters on it for, like, 6 months, whatever. I'll just live and breathe it. And then I'll, like, get into another thing for a while. Like, usually something I was already interested in. And then that'll be my passion for a little while. And I just sort of rotate through all the things I'm into. So, like, you know, like, sometimes it'll be retro gaming, and that's all I'll buy. I'll spend all my money on it and everything. And then the next month, you know, 3 months later, I'm buying another guitar because I'm like, yes! Guitar! And then it's like, back to Warhammer. And then I'll do nothing but paint for half a year, you know? And, yeah, that's okay. Like, different people's brains work different ways. So it's okay if that's your hobby, like, routine. That's fine, man. Just learn to work with it and learn to be as productive as you can within the way that your brain works. It's super fine. It's okay.
Going off that real quick, I feel as if another thing as well is definitely, even if you are in a hobby rut, you should never force yourself to hobby as well.
I disagree. Sometimes for me it's
we can disagree there, but
you both disagree. Wow, okay. I feel as if
we'll get into it.
No, but like if I force myself to paint, it just turns out horrible.
Yeah, but sometimes taking that first step, even if it's just like, okay, I'm going to force myself to do the base coat on this model, and then I'm not going to touch it for a week, that burning like, oh, you should finish that, sometimes that can pull you out of that hobby rut, you know?
Yeah, true. Yeah. I guess that's just never happened for me.
Yeah, it's not about forcing yourself to slap stuff together and be hasty, because you want to always put your effort in, but sometimes just forcing yourself to, you know, pick up your guitar and have a bit of a noodle. You might not, like, get back into it straight away, but if you do it again in a week, so eventually you're like, okay, I really want to play now, you know?
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's easy to put stuff off.
Totally pointing out the fact that you just said, give it a noodle. That's really funny.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes you just got a noodle on the git fiddle, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, talking there about the way your brain works, I think going off on that, mental health, man. We all have shit we deal with, and sometimes the shit, you know, it can go deeper than what you think, and it might not actually just be shit from the outworld. It might be shit from the inside coming out. Yeah. So if there's something that's not been feeling right for you, or you haven't felt like doing your hobbies, or you haven't even felt enjoyment out of doing your hobbies, or anything, you know, mental health can be a really big thing, and it can slump you down, hit you down, and it'll stomp you down. Try and keep you down, but find some help, find some professional help. Hell, even just talk to your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of what helped me out a while back. Just talking with friends and hobbying is actually what got me out of my shitty times.
Exactly, and sometimes you don't realize just how deep of a hole you're in mentally until you go, hold up. These things I used to love, they feel like nothing to me now. Like, sometimes that is the indicator that shit's not right, you know? Like, oh, gee, or I'm really stressed and I need to sort this out. Like, and, you know, if you are feeling shit like that, all jokes aside, actually go and talk to a professional if you really need help. You know, like, don't fuck with that shit. Sort it out, you know?
And another thing as well is I feel as if there's such a stigma against, you know, going and getting help or even just talking to someone. And I just from personal experience, like, that stigma, I don't get it. You know, like, I feel as if, even if you find someone to just sit down and talk to, like, I feel as if that's the best thing that helped me.
Yeah, man. Even if it's just your homie. Like, you know, me and Obi, we bounce stuff off each other all the time.
Exactly. Whether it be, like, just off a friend or a buddy of yours, or even if it is, like, a proper professional help. Yeah. But literally, just going off my experience alone, just talking to someone can really help.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure.
It's, I tend to have, like, a yearly thing where it can, you know, around Christmas time, I usually dip down quite a lot, and it feels like I need to take a break from work and everything, but, like, talking, in Sweden at least, mental health is a real big thing, and people are more accepting of, you know, feelings and you not feeling good, and, you know, your boss knows this. If you're not feeling good, you're not performing good either, so
I think
it's better to take the break.
I think we're on our way there in Australia, but we've got a long way to go still.
Yeah.
But, yeah, anyway. Yeah. Guys, how the fuck do we get out of these shitty hobby ruts? Like, they suck. They're stopping you doing your Warhammer models, building your Gundam army, and fucking, you know, filling your house with more fish tanks than is advisable. I'm not projecting. How do we get out?
Oof.
Look, if you really want to do it the barbarian way, in my opinion, you can just, in a sense, just force yourself out of it. You know, try something different. Push yourself out of that comfort zone that you're so used to and just do something completely abnormal to what you normally do. And sometimes that can just get you out of it because it's something different, you know? Like, especially if you're in a rut because you're doing the same thing over and over. Like, you know, I tend to find the time I easily get into hobby ruts is when I'm painting just, like, rank and file troopers in my armies. And it's like, they're all the same. They're all... After a while, they get boring. Let's be real here. They get boring.
You don't have as much of a chance to make them creative and unique.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, you can just step outside your comfort zone. Or even just step out of that zone. Whether that be to paint your higher-ups in that army, or say you're painting Space Marines. It's like, fuck it, I'm painting a fucking Tyranid right now. Fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very applicable to me. I know Obi has something like that when he's doing his Knights. What grinds your gears there, Obi?
Oh, yeah, don't batch paint big Knights. No good. You'll be painting gold trims for 2 weeks on end, and it'll drive you fucking mad.
No es bueno?
No. Oh my god.
That's funny.
Yeah, like, I think I've definitely learned my trick there to swap it up in between models. Don't do huge models in batch painting.
I noticed that you weren't losing your brain over batch painting them this time. You've been so calm.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm actually not batch painting. Like, I've taken 2 armatures. I count that as not batch painting because it's the same box.
But what I mean is you're not losing your brain doing it because you're not batch painting. Like, you're being smart about it. You know, like, you're like, oh yeah, I did all my kit bashing, and now I've done some fucking custodies or whatever, you know, like, you've been swapping it up, and that's real smart.
Yeah, like, I've definitely learned my lesson in that regard. Painting gold for 2 weeks is no fun. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, for sure. Fair enough.
Talking about that kind of stuff, though, when I actually started dipping down with my mental health, I actually conditioned myself to feel like painting is good for you, and it's become more of like an addiction, I guess, to paint for me.
Like a habit, right? Like when you're like, I don't know what to do, I'll just do something with my hands. Paint.
It's become more like, oh, I've got the free time, I'll just go paint then. Or like, oh, I'm a day off at work, I'll just paint fucking whole day then.
Yeah.
So it's come to a point where actually, if I don't paint, I'll feel like there's something wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
Okay.
when I have like a longer week and the kids are home and everything, I start shaking.
Oh,
So
we need
You
to
saying
prepare
you
that
start to
podium.
get like some straight up withdrawals?
Yeah, we need
yeah, it feels like that, man.
we need to prepare the bonus episode where we have an intervention for Obi.
Yes, yes. Hear that
At least
coming
there's
soon.
not retributor armor dripping from my mouth, foaming madness.
I can't wait till you start drinking your washes just as like your little nightcap. Like, hold up, babe, I just need to have some Dracula nightshade before my bedtime. You know.
Start using it as like a sleeping agent. It's like I need to skull this thing of none all, otherwise I can't get to sleep.
You fucking. The missus knocks on the door. Don't come in, don't come in. Opie's in there with a spoon heating up green stuff.
He's got like a fucking band around his arm. He's got a syringe with fucking blood for the blood god in it.
James Workshop lanyard around his arm. Please don't tell anybody how I live.
Why do you think I got this?
Oh no! That's already started.
That does not help your case at all. Wait, hold on. Is it thermal paste or something?
No, it's a fucking syringe. I used to take water out of my water pot and put it in my wet palette with a syringe.
Yeah.
So
that's a great idea. Sorry, I thought that was thermal paste for a second. I was like, why?
Obi, you okay, man? You're looking very metallic. Just eat thermal paste.
need to cool myself off, man.
It's a hot 15 degrees here in Sweden. Thermal paste.
Look, I'm sweating already, and it's 15 degrees.
What?
I'm in shorts and t-shirt.
It's
serious
like
right now?
people are in hoodies over here, man. It's like I think it's like 15 degrees as well. Yeah, 17 degrees, and Bowen's in trackies and a hoodie.
Look, man, I have sweat stains on my arm already. It's ridiculous. I can't do it.
So what you're saying is you're coming to Australia in summer?
Oh, in the winter time, probably.
No, summer. It's fine.
Legit,
You want to miss out on your summer.
Legit is so cold. Dude, legit, hold up real quick. Side tangent, real quick. This winter has been so fucking cold here that 2 years ago, I bought myself a trench coat. And I've never been able to wear it because it's not been cold enough. It has finally been cold enough that because I get up so early in the morning to go to work, I wear it, and it's great. Like I feel cool.
Have you considered it's because you've never gotten up before midday up until recently?
Hey, you know what? I want you to stop right there. Right. I'm a productive member of society. Always have been, for one. Right?
Always.
I've always been a productive member of society. But it's cold.
Hey, look, man. I get up at pretty early as well. It can be 10 degrees in the morning and like 27, 29 in the evening. And I'm like, alright, I'll prepare myself for the evening instead. And I'll wear shorts to work and t-shirt and just go to work like that.
Yeah, but you got that blood in you, man. You're built different. Not to us hot folks. We're used to the hot. We're built for the hot,
man. He's fucking stacked.
We're built for the heat, man, not the cold. The cold is so cold, but at the same time, it's like I can't say I hate it. Like I love this.
I gotta say, there's some soft cunt shit you're sprouting right now.
What? I love the cold, man. What can I say? Because then I get to wear, flannels and jeans and not sweat my ass off.
Oh man, fair enough. Now, another good one for getting out of the hobby rut is, for me, what I call retail therapy. Okay, now, like...
What?
This is right? So, I got a Gundam that's 3/4 finished. I've lost motivation. How do I finish that Gundam? I go buy a Gundam that I want to do even more, which forces me through that other Gundam.
Yeah,
works.
I've said it once,
works.
and I'm going to say it again. Look, if that gets you out of a hobby rut, fair enough. But I'm just saying right now, you're crazy.
No one ever doubted that I'm batshit insane. No.
Yeah, I'm just saying it on a live, format. You know?
The internet knows I'm a nutcase. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
well, they're gonna know
adorable, get away
even
with
more.
it.
Debatable, but
What do you mean debatable? My beard smells like caramel, mate. It's not debatable at all.
peppermint, bitch. Anyway.
Peppermint's for old people, cunt. Get your grey beards out of here.
I am fucking old.
Youngest on podcast.
Excuse me? Ben.
But yeah, like, for me, like...
Did you say get bent?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, I
He
didn't
can't.
know. I thought you said get bent.
He did.
Oh,
Get
okay.
bent.
Right. Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, why did he turn British? Why?
Get bent over by your girlfriend with a strap on. Done. We'll call you Peggy from now on.
Can ask if you want. What? Anyway.
Uh,
So what's real tail therapy?
yeah, so like, you know, it doesn't have to be a new model, but, you know, say a nice new brush, or a new
Some
hobby
paint.
light, or, yeah, some paint. If you're playing guitar, maybe it's new strings, or new leads, or a new effects pedal. Something that's going to make your life more fun. Will usually kick you back into the hobby pretty quick. I find. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I mean,
why I love to buy retro game consoles all the time. Like, you know, I'll come buy an N64 that just winks at me just right and just has to come home with me.
I'm starting to think you might be schizophrenic.
What are you? I'm not schizophrenic.
Well, you're talking about N64s are winking at you. I don't understand.
That's not schizophrenic. They just like to wink at me, okay?
Yeah.
Just because you can't speak Necron, okay? Just
Back
back
up,
on.
motherfucker.
Exactly.
I think you might be schizophrenic because I think
No.
you're hallucinating. Because I can tell you right now, they don't wink.
Mate, you just can't speak their language. Anyway,
Well, clearly not. I don't know how to speak fucking 0 and 1.
exactly. It's binary, mate. Learn. Alright. You guys got any others?
Yeah, I would say hanging out with friends. What kind of gets me back is usually, like, I could be just staring at them all while I'm on the Discord, and, you know, my good friend Matthew. Shout out to Matthew.
Like Canadian Matthew?
Yeah, Canadian Matthew. My god.
The homie.
Love that guy.
I love all the Matthews in our Discord. They're all brilliant.
Exactly. This guy is painting freaking so much. And he struggles a bit every now and then with hobby ruts as well. But I think we kind of edge each other on to, you know, get back in and paint again. And, like, I got so inspired when he started his armatures. And I was like, God damn it, I have to finish up what I'm doing and paint my armatures right now. So I did.
That's how I ended up buying one. Like a knight. Because he posted his armatures, you started painting knights, and I'm like, I gotta have one. And then I got me back into painting, so... Yeah, I know with you, Obi, if you're not playing much guitar, sometimes I'll just start spamming you with pretty guitars that I like, and then you're like, fuck, here we go again.
Look, man, you almost got me to buy another Ormsby, but it's not happening. I don't have the budget for it. It's my 3 guitar collection will stay 3 guitars. Hey, Beavis, how's it going over there?
Here's Conholio.
I come from your bungle.
No one's gonna get this because they're not on a cam, but Bowen was basically just doing like the whole, you know, Beavis and Butthead thing with the hoodie over his head.
I come from your bungle. Ah.
I need Tippy from my bungle.
Metallica rules. Wait, that's a different fucking character.
Oh,
anyway,
no. Get this man a taxi. He's fucked.
What do you mean, dude? I've only had like fucking 10 drinks tonight, mate. I'm fucking good.
I haven't had any cunts tonight drinkstable. But yeah, I mean, me and Bowen, we egg each other on a lot with our hobbies. Like, especially a while back, not lately because we've both been really busy, but we'll just hang out and have hobby nights. You know, we watch a movie that we've both seen before but haven't watched in ages. And we'll just have that on while we just paint and talk shit, you know?
Dude, when we're painting and fucking watching the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies, fuck yes.
Yeah, that was a good time.
That was some fucking good times, man.
And then I showed you Some Kind of Monster and you realised how big a whiny bitches Metallica are.
Oh, dude. I've legit been... It's weird. I've been, like, spreading the word how much of a fucking bitch Lars Ulrich is. No,
he's a big sock.
He's such a cunt.
I love it, because that whole movie is summed up with, like, James Hetfield being really angry, and Lars Ulrich being really angry, and then Kirk Hammett being like, come on, guys, I just want to play music.
He's just like, bro, I just want to play fucking guitar, bro.
That's
and
all
then
it is.
fucking James Hetfield has alcoholism and Lars is a cunt, which is understandable to why James Hetfield has fucking alcohol issues. Anyway.
My favourite thing about watching that was with you is when you were like, wait, Dave Mustaine was in Metallica? And I was like, oh my god, cunt.
Yeah, no, I legit did not even know. Here I am listening to fucking Megadeth more than Metallica. And I didn't even know. How crazy is that?
Yeah. Just don't say Megadeth too loud, you'll summon Benny. Fucking Benny. Shout out to Benny. Mikey's co-worker. Good lad. Yeah, so, another way that I find really great to get back into hobbies as well, right, is just take some of your sprues, grind them up into superfine dust, and just fucking, do lines off the stripper's ass. Like, that gets you straight back into it. Right?
For legal reasons, we're not implying that you guys go and grind up sprues and then snort them like cocaine. We're not implying that.
Do it.
This is just a joke, okay? For real talk, like another way is to experience your hobby in a different sort of light, Like instead of painting them, why don't you listen to the lore about them? We probably said that a million times, but it's true. Listening to the lore of, say, the army you're painting, or even an army you're thinking about painting, that works really well as well.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah. I was just recommending Bowen today some cool fucking audiobooks.
Considering that I have 8 hours a day of guaranteed listening hours, I figured I should start listening to some audiobooks, so I'm gonna get started on listening to some of those Warhammer books.
Yeah, man.
Brother,
really. What?
Do you want a link? Because I got some really cool audiobooks collections. If you want them.
Oh yeah, Obi has Humble Bundle ones. Like, not Audible.
Yeah, so I actually have the files. I don't have Audible.
Oh,
so anyone in our Discord that wants to start a book club with Obi and has the files.
Does it have to be like hobby specific, or can we just have a book club? Because that actually sounds really cool.
Audio book club.
Yeah,
that's a sick idea. I've been listening to Lord of the Rings on Audible. I'm like, how far into? I'm up to the Battle of the Pelennor Fields.
Ooh.
In Return of the King, and I'm like, so fucking close, and I probably will do it, Bowen. So be prepared to give me half of the box set, and I'm gonna buy us a Battle of the Pelennor Fields.
Bro, I literally get paid in a week, man. Just say the word.
Give me a little while, we'll get it done.
Just say the word.
Wait, do you guys have the Pelennor Fields box or not?
No. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna buy it, and then Bowen's gonna get half of it. We've been talking about.
Hell yeah!
Just say the word, buddy. Say the word.
Yeah. So whenever I'll just shoot you a text when I do it, because
Talking new releases though, have you seen the Horus Heresy stuff? It's released now.
No, I haven't. But we need Horus Heresy models too.
What, the 30,000 stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it besides that little trailer that came out, like we mentioned previously. But it looks cool.
The question is, Bowen, are you doing Loyalist or Heretic?
I listen to My Chemical Romance, let's just be real. So, definitely gonna be emo. So,
I was gonna say
Raven Guard.
I already have Loyalist Space Marines, so I wouldn't mind going halves in a box set for them. And I could do Heretic, and you could do Loyalist.
I mean, it'll be nice to have some models that aren't inherently the bad guys.
Well, that's the sick thing.
Inherently.
Yeah.
That's the sick thing about the Horus Heresy stuff, man, is they're not all fucked up from Chaos yet. So even when you do Heretic Legions, they don't have to look all evil and weird. You can paint nice, clean models.
So what you're saying is... So what you're saying is I don't have to be the...
Oh, you'll be a bad guy, but they don't have to look icky.
That was my attempt at Billie Eilish bag.
Yeah. Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
You know, just mentioning her name probably would just got like 1 million new followers, so... welcome to Nice Little Hobby Table.
One of my friends that listens to this podcast is actually a big Billie Eilish friend, so... Yeah. She's probably going to give me hate mail for saying eyelash instead of eyelash or whatever.
Hold on.
Billie Eilish we can accept. Drake can fuck off.
Hold on. He?
She.
Oh, I thought you said he, and I was like, what kind of he listens to fucking Billie Eilish?
Hey, don't judge me. Come on. Everyone should be listening to Pantera, just say.
No, no, look, like, females, I get it. Alright? Like, especially, like...
Whoa.
Especially, like, the whole, like, like... I'm 14 and that's deep, like, I listen to Billie Eilish, like, fucking fair enough, you know, you're going through a phase, right? But, like, any man that listens to Billie Eilish, to quote Michael Jordan from the fucking, the drug ads from the 90s, stop it. Get some help.
Bro, I have never heard such a, what's the word? Obscure reference from you.
Yeah. What?
Get off the internet, can't touch grass. Fucking hell.
I mean, I could reference Mr. T's drug things where he's like shaking the camera away. He's just like, stop it! Okay. He just like starts violently shaking the camera and then he's so innocent. He's just like, okay.
Stop it.
Yes,
Stop
Mr. T.
snorting sprues.
It's like, yes, Mr. T, I'm gonna stop doing heroin right now, yes.
Obi puts the green stuff away.
It's like Mo from the fucking Simpsons where he's like, not today, old friend.
Yeah. Anyway, that was dark.
Anyway.
No, seriously, which legions are you gonna do?
Yeah, seriously, Bob. What are you thinking?
I'll do fucking, I don't know. I mean, you're the one ordering it, so I'll just take whatever's left. I don't really care. But knowing you, I'm probably gonna get stuck with heretics again because it's all I fucking do.
I actually want to do heretics for once.
Well,
these models are actually neutral, so you can use them for both sides.
Well, fuck you. I want to do heretics.
They're not warped up on chaos yet.
No, so real talk. I think I want to do 1,000 Suns.
Well, I want to do them, so fuck you.
Okay.
You're so confused.
Do you even know who the 1,000 Suns are, Car?
Yeah, they're fucking chaos, dumbass. I knew shit.
Oh yeah? Who's their Primarch, bro?
Their Primarch is Jemama.
Oh no, he got me. He got me good. Oh shit. Anyway. We got some questions.
Why did you sound like Jeremy Clarkson? Oh no! Anyway.
Because he's my idol. So, a lovely, awesome, stupendous, and bootylicious listeners have sent us in some questions that they would like us to answer.
Well, get us started,
so,
brethren.
We're going to answer. So this one was at me specifically. I don't know why. Apparently Leviathan only remembers that I exist, or just thinks I'm the only metalhead here, but you guys are going to answer too. So, I have a music question for you. Gobsmacked or Disturbed? And what are your favourite songs of the two bands?
First of all, I don't know who Gobsmack is.
Godsmack, dude.
Godsmack, right.
Look, mate, it's Sunday. Shut the fuck up.
It is Sunday, yes. Alright, look, I'm gonna easily say Godsmack's better than Disturbed. I think Disturbed's pretty mid. That's just my opinion. I think Disturbed's pretty mid. Like, they're good, but like, you know.
But are Godsmack much more than mid?
I prefer Godsmack, to be honest.
Okay.
Two favourite songs from the two bands. I mean, Godsmack's The Enemy, pretty classic. I listened to that in WWE vs. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, so that was a classic. Crying Like a Bitch is pretty funny as well. I like that song, especially the undertones of the song and like what the lyrics about. It's pretty funny. Disturbed, I am saying is mid, and Godsmack's better, just because Disturbed, in my opinion, haven't really released a good album in quite a while. Like, Asylum was pretty good. right? And then
sharp decline after that for sure.
Like Immortalized, there's literally one song on that album that I can even tolerate, and that's not including Sound of Silence because that's literally just like your typical like everyone will love this song sort of thing.
That album was so poor that the best thing that came off it was the Sound of Silence, and that's what they were touring off the back of.
Yeah, and it's like that's a cover. That's not even Disturbed. Like, yeah, they put their spin on it, but it's still a cover at the end of the day. And I feel as if you have to carry an album off a cover of a very popular thing, you know, I mean, everyone knows what the Sound of Silence is, right? I mean, it's not a good album, you know.
The other thing is too, like every other album of theirs does have a cover, but that wasn't their best song on the album.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like they did Land of Confusion, great cover, sounded great, but like that album was chocked with good tracks, so
it's funny.
Didn't need to be the breakout track. You know,
it's funny because that's exactly what I was about to bring up. Yeah. Funnily enough,
and but like even when they did Shout on The Sickness, like it's an okay song, but like the rest of that album is so fire in comparison that like it was like, oh yeah, cool, that's cool.
Yeah, 100%. Two favorite songs. I'm gonna have to say "Criminal" off Indestructible. I like that song a lot. Actually, weirdly enough, I think my two favorite songs from Disturbed are from Indestructible.
Okay.
Criminal, that's a good song, because as you know, Blake, for like nearly a year, I kept quoting that song and I had no idea what album it was from.
and then I had to tell you.
And then you're like, you mean Criminal? And I was like, thank you! And then I think my second favorite Disturbed song is probably The Night.
Oh, that's a good song. I like the guitar work in that song.
That song's good, but I think the reason why... I'm going to say Indestructible is my favorite Disturbed album, real quick, just because I have a lot of nostalgia from, you know, the late 2000s, and after school I would come home, jump in bed, and I would play Sonic on my DS, like the original Sonics 1 through 3, and I'd listen to Disturbed's Indestructible on my little iPod Nano. And the song that I liked the most was The Night. Because it gave me a very... I know it sounds really weird, but it kind of... The guitar work in that song kind of gives me an Egyptian vibe. I know that sounds really fucking weird. But it does. It's super weird to say, but...
No, that's the melody I was talking about. It's rad. I dig that.
But yeah, that's my opinion, obviously.
What about you, Obi? Do you have an opinion on either of these bands?
No. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, like you said, Sound of Silence is probably the only song I like on this from Disturbed. So.
Man, I guarantee you I can show you some Disturbed songs that you'll probably dig. No?
Oh, shit, damn. Are you saying that below mid? Is that what you're saying right now?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, damn.
What about Godsmack? Have you checked out Godsmack?
Nope.
Have you not played the hit classic?
Godsmack's a dope.
Have you not played the classic SmackDown vs. Raw 2007?
I did not, no.
Oh, man. Sweden's a long way from America.
Sweden's a long way from civilization, too.
Well,
I said it!
Oh no! IKEA's gonna come for you!
Oh no, my meatballs!
How's that? Oh, I was about to say something really bad, I shouldn't say it.
Good. Filter. This is an interesting one for me, because I definitely would rate Godsmack higher than Disturbed. Like, you know, like for me, Godsmack, like, when you get into them, it is like, you don't just listen to them for a while, they become the only thing you listen to for like a 6-month period, and then you go back to like your normal music. It's like a binge thing.
Like Rammstein for me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like Rammstein for you. But you know, I also do like Disturbed. Now, do I listen to them every day anymore? No. When I was a teenager, I definitely did a bunch. But as Bowen said, the later albums have been pretty weak. So I would personally put Godsmack above Disturbed in terms of bands I like better. I feel like Godsmack always had the stronger musicianship behind it as well. Like the first few albums, the guitarist for Disturbed didn't really do too much until like he started actually adding solos and that. I'm like, okay, cool, he's like busting out, you know. But Godsmack always had a bit more fun to it with its style, a bit more Alice in Chains thing going on too. So
that's exactly what I was about to bring up. I was about to say it probably is a little biased of me to say that Godsmack, like I like Godsmack more than Disturbed, considering that Alice in Chains is one of my favorite bands of all time.
And they're a huge influence on Godsmack.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the title is named after an Alice in Chains song.
Exactly.
Yeah. So but favorite 2 songs. So for me, Godsmack would probably be Voodoo, and I think the song is Bad Religion. I think. You know the song I'm talking about, or Faceless. That's pretty great too. And with Disturbed, it's interesting because in terms of like favorite bands, Disturbed's nowhere near the top. But one of my favorite albums of all time of any band is actually a Disturbed album, and that's Believe, their 2002 album. So, like, I can go years without listening to Disturbed, but I will always listen to that one album. And it's because it doesn't sound like their other shit at all. It's its own thing.
Is that the album that has Liberate on it?
Yes.
Because I was going to say, I used to jam that song a lot. Also off another PS2 game, Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Oh, there you go. Godsmack's also off Dave Mirror Pro BMX too, so get that in here.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, so my favorite songs of Disturbed are both off that album. It's probably Mistress and Devour. But outside of that album, I would probably say fuck, that's a tough one. I'd probably say Serpentine and
that's Asylum.
Stupefy is pretty great.
That's a great song too.
That's a great song. So yeah, that's that one.
Alright, next question comes to us from fucking Johnny.
Fucking Jono.
He says, what's the perfect time to cook noodles?
Any time of the day. Noodles are the perfect snack, designed by the gods themselves.
Well, look, right,
do you think he means
really
cooking times?
Look, I think we all know that's not what he meant. I think he definitely meant what time is best for noodles. And if it weren't a food given to us by the lords above, why would they have made perfect noodles that you can cook in under 2 minutes? 2 fucking minutes.
In 2 minutes, exactly.
That's my point. That's amazing. The fact that it only takes 2 minutes and they're amazing. But notice how it's only noodles that can be cooked great in 2 minutes. Because lately I've been trying this, it's a similar sort of thing where it's like a cup but it's got pasta in it. And then instead of 2 minutes, it's 6 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
And they are fucking horrid. They are not good.
Don't eat them.
But they're cheap.
You have a job. You don't need to eat this bachelor chow.
Look, they have a good deal at the local server, okay? You get them really cheap with the monster, and it gets me through my day, okay?
No, you know what's actually... Check your servo. They probably got microwave butter chicken there. That shit slaps.
What they do have instead is a deal for $6 where you can get a Monster Energy drink and a fucking Traveler's Pie.
I can't wait to see how fat you get working this job.
Shut the fuck up.
Obi, do you think this question's about the time to eat noodles or the time to cook? Like, how long to cook them for?
I'm definitely thinking it's which time period in your day, and, you know, when you come home after a nice long day, you don't want to make food that takes fucking forever.
Exactly.
Freaking perfect. Just chug it in.
Noodles are good anytime. Breakfast,
chug
lunch,
them in the microwave. They're fucking done.
Or even,
and
what
if you want to be a really smart motherfucker, you cook like just your normal Maggi noodles, right? You cook them, and then you take them out, you add a bit of seasoning, right? And then you whisk up an egg, and you do that. You do like an egg and noodle omelette. The best. I call them nomlets.
Yeah, I agree, actually. And if you want to add some extra flavor on that, soya sauce on the egg.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious, man.
Noodles are the best, and we've all been poor enough to know that they are just a good food source. We've all been there, you know? And we've all been lazy enough to know that as well. Now, just in case I meant cooking times, I have a quick rundown. Maggi noodles, use boiling water, cook for 2 minutes. Mi goreng noodles, use boiling water, cook for 3 minutes. Your other more exotic noodles, thicker noodles like your Nissan and stuff like that, the ramen ones, I cook them for 4 minutes. And if I'm doing Shin Ramyun noodles from Korea, the real thick fuckers, I put the chili stuff in with the water I cook it in, and I cook those for 8 minutes and just leave it sit for a while so the chili can really steep into the noodles and fucking ruin your stomach.
Why are you cooking my car in 8 minutes? What? You said what? Sorry, you said Nissan noodles in 3 minutes, right? Why are you cooking my car?
But the Americans won't get that. They say Nissan, don't worry.
Oh, right. See, the joke here is I own a 2001 Nissan Pulsar. That's the joke. Haha, funny.
It's a JDM classic. Don't make fun of him.
Bro, I'm gonna fucking drop that down, put a turbo on it. Ooh.
Let's do it, bruv. Let's do a straight through exhaust so it sounds like it's farting every time we rev.
Just cut the springs, it'll be fine.
Don't worry, the springs in it are already fucked.
No, the springs are fine, the shocks are fucked.
Aren't they the same fucking thing?
Let's just get coilovers. Anyway. Next question. Obi, I'm gonna ask you this one. Why is Sweden a fictional country?
Because we're made of fairy dust.
This one comes from Ursats, by the way.
It does come from Ursats. Our dear buddy Sam.
Yeah. Good friend Sam. Look, I don't know. It's a nice place to be, man. It's magical in all its ways. And as long as you come above the steaming pile of... I'm not going to finish that sentence because we might have fans from that place. So, yeah, the North is great. I love the North.
Look, I put it to you, Ursats, that if Sweden is a fictional country, then in fact so is New Zealand. So...
New Zealand, don't you mean Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. It's actually a bunch of... It's actually the story... It's actually the story of a bunch of dudes that for some reason have fucking frost resistance. Let's be real, who the fuck picks a Nord in Skyrim?
Me,
they're fucking...
always.
They're fucking
Always.
boring. All they have is fucking 20% minus frost resistance. And how often do you come across frost resistance?
Yeah, but bro.
Fucking
if
next
you play
to nothing.
survival mode. Play survival mode, dude. Because it will fuck you up. I picked an Argonian and I played survival. And it was the worst time ever. Because I always got sick when I went to the snowy places.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, but like, look, in terms of frost magic, the only time you ever encounter frost magic is against fucking necromancers, and they're next to none anyway. Just saying, Nords are boring. Next question.
All I'm saying is that you can be the biggest boy in Skyrim, though, if you're...
by being an orc and speccing into fucking blacksmithing and two-handed.
No.
Next question. Solterra of Astora. Who would win a fight? 10 regular-sized goblins or 1 goblin that's 10 times its regular size?
Easy. Mecha Gobzilla.
Gobzilla?
Yeah. Look, I think the one Mega Goblin, you know? Like, if we look at orcs, for instance... Like in 40k, there's a lot of Gretchens and Grots, but that one orc will still eat all of them. Right? So it stands to reasons that goblins have a similar hierarchy.
How much Gretchen does it take to take down an orc, though?
I'm wagering it's definitely more than 10. Especially if the orc is 10 times bigger than the Gretchen. Right?
Goblin.
I think so.
Goblin, not orc.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm using them interchangeably for analogy, you know?
But they're totally different creatures.
Alright, are they armed with weapons? I guess that's the next question. Are they just barehanded? No weapons? Okay, fine, I'll give it to the orc.
You know what? Why don't we put this question on hold and wait until we get some context, and we'll answer it in the next episode to whether or not they have weapons or not. How about that?
We're doing it now, and the actual answer is... Those 11 goblins in total, the big one, the 10 little ones, would just go to Chili's and get egg rolls. Like John Gobblecold would, okay? That's what would happen. There'd be no war. Only egg rolls.
Oh, maybe it's an eating contest. Like a
maybe
fight
it is.
in that way.
No, he said in a fight. In a fight.
Oh, okay.
I mean, look, I guess they're just going to cuddle at the end of the day.
Mushrooms.
That's true.
Synthesizing.
The next one is another one from our dear buddy Ursats, and it's directly at you again, Obi. Why is your Volvo 850 the best car you will ever own.
Look here, you little shit cunt. Get that fucking shit out of here.
Why, whoa, what was with the fucking hostility? Jesus Christ, what? What the fuck was that about?
That's just winding him up.
Why do you hate the Volvo 850?
Because it's a piece of shit. It's been standing in my garage for the past half year. I finally managed to fix it up so it drives again. But it's just lumping along.
Right, I'm gonna look up
for the next time it dies.
Dude, this looks like a lit little car. What the hell? I would totally drive this. Dude, it's like a box.
I'll sell it to you. Come get it.
Dude, it's a box sedan. This is exactly the kind of car I want. This looks cool as shit.
Sick beast.
Come pick it up.
Dude, how much you want for it?
Is yours the wagon or the sedan, Obi?
That's the wagon.
Oh, that's even cooler. How much?
Dude, that's...
Seriously, I'm not even kidding right now. Name a price.
That's the Shaken
50,000
wagon.
Swedish crowns. That's like 1,800 Australian.
Wait, what? Sorry?
1,800 Australian.
$1,800. Let's go to Sweden, Bo. We're gonna car to collect.
Wait, no, what? Why would we go all the way to Sweden? Can't I just like ship it over?
No, because if we're gonna buy Obi's car, we're gonna kiss him on the cheek too.
But I don't want to. I don't want to kiss him. He's scary.
Are you scared of his man prickles on his chin?
No, I'm scared that he's taller.
I'll shave for you, buddy.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate
Taller? Ooh.
Obi's
Let's not
tall.
put size in here, okay? Mister, I have the big schlong.
Yeah, it's my third leg, bro. Just saying.
Motherfucker
Fucking
with a
pirate.
arm holding an apple for a fucking dick.
Why is that always your analogy, bro?
Because that's you.
Why don't you fucking come
Why
on
don't
something
you
new?
wind your penis up on the fire?
Dude, it's fucking. It's. Do you know how hard it is to walk from here to my fucking bathroom?
Wait, do you do like the Saiyans did with their tails in the early seasons of Dragon Ball Z and just like wrap it around your waist, or what?
Well, no, I can't do that anymore. Thanks to some, the current political climate. It would be considered as exposure, and I'd get arrested for it. So I can't do that anymore because my usual stick was I would fucking wrap it around the belt lining of my pants and use it as a belt.
Yeah, that's bad.
But I can't
That's
fucking do
Good
that
strap.
anymore.
Good strap. That's not hobby heresy.
No, but people kept getting offended, and it's like, bro, I can't help it. I just got a massive dick. What do you want?
Shit. Okay, so normally
I love the fact that Elise didn't even peek up her head while you were saying, I got a massive dick. Like, well then.
Well, she's got sound cancelling headphones on right now, so she probably can't hear me.
Oh, well, right.
Hold on,
we'll know if she actually listens to the podcast or not by if Bowen gets slapped in a few days.
I mean, I could just yell it really loud and see what happens.
No, because your mum will come in and be like, what'd you say about your penis?
I have a massive dick. Nope, nothing. Next question.
Because she knows you're lying. No.
Hey, I would never lie.
Alright, no more questions. So today, normally, we do an album review, right? There's not a new album every time we record. So, today, we're just going to do a song, a little music tip. And this is, of course, me choosing this. And today, we're going to talk about Sun Eater by Lorna Shore.
Who?
Sun Eater. Not
Who?
S-O-N. We're not going weird. The Sun.
Who?
By Lorna Shore. Anyway, Obi, what did you think of it, man?
Why can't I go first?
Because you don't know what you think of it yet.
I've listened to the song. I told you about it when it came out, you fucking dick.
What do you think about it then, dickhead?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, see? Thank you. Obi, what do you think of it?
No, I have more to say.
Do you?
No, you've used your chances now. Fuck off.
Okay.
We'll get back to you, mate. You just marinate, alright?
You wait in line, you little cunt. No, it's alright, man. I like the intro. Kind of soft melodic to get you in the mood for the screeching that's about to happen, the raping of your ears. The actual song, though, I'm not superly a fan of, to be honest. But when we get to the chorus, I definitely like all the melodies and the song. It slaps hard, man. It's
okay.
I don't know. It's one that I'll probably have to listen a few more times to actually get it in the repertoire.
I do recommend listening to it with some lyrics on. It hits a bit harder.
Yeah. But, when that actual breakdown section hits a little bit later in the song, oh boy, I'm there. I'm in. Let's go.
You are a big fan of breakdowns and dinosaur roars, aren't you?
I like the slow slap in the face, it's like...
Yeah. It is a pretty
that,
brutal breakdown, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many goblins out of 10? Obi, would you give the song? Would you recommend it to people?
It'll probably like a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah.
Fair enough.
It slaps, but it's not a song that I would recommend to get into them. I would recommend their older songs.
To the Hellfire, probably. That's the one that gets everyone in. It's how I got in, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for me, I think the song fucking slaps. I'm not really a deathcore guy, as they call Lorna Shore. Like, usually with my, sort of heavy music, I'm normally a melodic death guy, not even a full death metal guy. But, I sort of dabble. But I do really like Lorna Shore with Will Ramos as the singer. But what I've noticed is they are heading compositionally more towards just a more death metal-y sort of style. And I do dig that. I know that actually ruins it a bit for Obi, but for me, it's definitely my jam. I'm not like a genty sort of dude. Maybe I'm just old school. I don't know. But, I'd love to hear Will Ramos do something with a band like, say, Trivium or something like that. Like, more that metal. Like, traditional metal. I'd love to hear it, But the song itself, I think, is a fucking absolute banger. The vocal hook in the chorus is nice. It's good. And then, of course, there are those T-Rex sounds that he gets going, which I don't know how such a tiny man makes such big fucking sounds, but good on him. So, probably 6.5 goblins out of 10 as well. Do recommend the song, definitely check it out, but it's not like the be-all and end-all of music, let alone Lorna Shore. I think they do have some better songs. But still good. Still worth listening to. Bowen, would you have anything else you'd like to continue with?
Look, I honestly, personally, but also personally, I typically do not like death metal, right? Just because it's like, it's that typical, like, whenever anyone thinks of metal, that's what they think of, is, like, death metal. Incomprehensible lyrics and all that sort of shit. And
Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cookie Monster.
Even though that guy's a fucking teddy bear, just saying.
Yeah.
But Lorna Shore for me has been that kind of band where I actually don't mind it, and I think it's definitely because of Will Ramos's, like, vocal range. Like, who the fuck says you can do a high, like, metal scream? Or growl, Like, who the fuck... That doesn't exist, Like, he's he's such a unique vocalist that even if people don't like death metal, I feel as if it's something people should give a listen. Just, even if they don't like it, like, obviously, fair enough. But it's like, it's such a talent this guy has with his voice, it's insane.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I agree.
I've been listening to metal my whole life, and, like...
Well, so have I.
Right? Yeah, but, like, what I'm saying is, like, when I first saw that dude do the one take of To the Hellfire, I was like, holy fucking hell, man. Like,
that shit was
that
insane.
Is insane, dude.
The fact that...
like... Yeah, Danny Filth and stuff like that, they do high screams, but they don't go as low as him as well, within a word. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, people can do both, but, like, that is fucking mental.
No, it's just, it's bonkers, the fact that he can do a like a metal growl, and make it low pitch, and then in, like, the same breath go from low to high pitch is fucking bonkers. Do I think this song is better than, like, say, To the Hellfire, which we keep referencing? Just
or The Abyss, or any of those other songs.
Because I feel as if that's all of our sort of introduction to this man. I think this song is either on par or just below, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's not to discredit this song because, this song is fucking good. I feel as if you do know Lorna Shore, and you do like Lorna Shore, and you in particular like The Abyss or To the Hellfire, I think you will like this song. But I feel as if, honestly, I've been showing this band and this song to people who don't even know metal. To people who don't typically listen to it. And just seeing their reaction to his vocal ranges, it's kind of nice, to be honest.
I showed Mum, my mum, because she's a mad little metalhead, and she was fucking blown away. Now she's a Lorna Shore fan. She's like, holy shit, this is a 56-year-old looking Hobbit man listening to fucking, brutal as fuck breakdowns. It's funny as hell.
Did you say Hobbit man?
Hobbit, man. Hobbit, comma, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think my mum's a boy. Anyway.
I'd hope not.
Yeah,
well.
But definitely check it out, man. And next episode we will have another whole album that we're reviewing. So that's going to be fun.
And let's just say it might be... We won't give away the artist name, but maybe the album name.
Nah, don't do that either.
Why not?
We'll just leave them waiting.
But all we can give them is... Yeah, but how are they supposed to be excited if they don't know what they're going to be excited for?
Well, look, just be excited because it's a cool band and music's fucking awesome.
I think we'll put it at this. We've referenced the band during this episode.
Yes, great, perfect.
And we'll stop it there.
Alright. I'm okay with
Joke's
that.
on you. We're reviewing Necrogoblicon backwards.
Welcome
to Bonkers is up next. But yeah, besides that, guys, just a few other things. We have a Discord, an Instagram, Facebook, and a Patreon. We finally decided to get the Patreon going.
What?
After many hours of blood, sweat, and tears from Obi in the dungeon, he's been setting all the stuff up, being a good lad.
What?
And yeah, within 2 hours of having it, we had 4 patrons sign up.
What?
And yeah, fucking, it's just insane.
Yeah. I'm gobsmacked with the amount of people that's signed up to it, and
yeah, I can't believe you guys want to give us money to talk. That's mad.
Exactly.
But that being said, if you're not a patron yet and you'd like to be, or you think that our laughs per hour is just enough to qualify for $1 instead of giving it to the evil mouse, we are very appreciative, and it helps projects like this keep going. Helps push us on to give you guys better production quality and better content, more content, that sort of stuff. So we really appreciate the support. Yeah, and we actually have some patrons that we're going to do a shout out to. So we'll do it one each, yeah, guys? We'll do it one to go. So,
sure
Obi, would you like to start?
Yeah, it's my best man, Drunken Hobbyist. I love you, man.
Thank you, Mitson. We all love you very much.
And my boy Sam, Mr. Ursats, the fucking man. Thank you for your donation.
Yeah. Canadian Matthew, you're the best.
British Bevan, or should I say Matt? I love your beard and I love you.
Right? And then we got Big Cam Macca Cameron, my old co-worker, my boy, helping me try to save for a house, was his words. So I appreciate you guys and everything you do. Thank you so much for supporting us. Something
I do want to preface, and I feel as if we all want to preface, is obviously don't feel like you're forced to subscribe to us on Patreon,
No, they are forced. Give us your fucking money.
No, don't say that. Jesus, no. If you want to throw us a few bucks for, some laughs, if we bring some joy to your day, fair enough. But don't feel as if you have to go out of your way to subscribe to us on Patreon, because we don't want that. Look, you know what? At the end of the day, it's exactly like, local bands and things like that. If you like to see more content from those bands and things like that continue, you support them. And this is one way you can support us. So if you choose to, we appreciate that.
Exactly. And it gives us the option to look into more things that we want to do. Example, merchandise.
Exactly. Gives us some options to hire a designer to do our merchandise.
If only we knew somebody who could design things.
If only we knew someone who was a freelance graphic designer, right? Oh, fuck. I wish. I wish we knew someone.
Anyways, on that note.
Till next time, guys, crank that fucking amp.
You slay that, Greg.
We are Knights of the Harpy Taper. Thank you very much.
Catch you, cunts.
Bye-bye.
Shut up.